stand by. He is not moving across members of the public. It is temporary lines, no traffic affected at this time. It is into a 40 at speed 80. It's still medium risk at this time, with no pedestrians. Stand by. Subject vehicle has crashed. He has now regained it, gone back onto the carriageway.
Buckle up, because coming up in this Pursuit video compilation, we will share some of the clips our news team has covered since our last upload. Nobody was injured in any of the clips or incidents which have been featured in this video. Not only does this Pursuit compilation video highlight the amazing work done by the boys and girls in blue, but it also highlights how unlikely it is that should you decide to flee from the police, you will get away. Before we carry on with the video, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and give this video a like, because it means that more people on YouTube will get to see it. In this clip, we are all going to be reminded just how selfish fleeing drivers are, as the individual behind the wheel of this fleeing Audi risked the lives of members of the public in a futile bid to try and run away from the long arm of the law. Thankfully, the driver was caught and no members of the public or emergency workers were injured. Make sure you stay tuned for the full story. 31-year-old Luis Rosa decided to run from the police after specially trained advanced pursuit drivers from Devon and Cornwall Police got behind his uninsured Audi on the A390 through Hughes Water. Here is what happened next.
You ready to go? Yeah. Victor Tango 26, pursuit. A390 towards St Austell, Delta Alpha 09, Echo Uniform Kilo. Moderate traffic as we enter a 50-mile/h zone at Hughes Water. We are speed of 90, medium risk at this time. One marked T-Pack vehicle behind the subject vehicle. Additional T-Pack towards, please. Subject takes the wrong side of the carriageway in a national zone. Stand by. He is not moving across members of the public. It is temporarily high risk. Very good. Victor, we continue towards St Austell. Subject vehicle crosses double white lines. No traffic affected at this time. It is into a 40 at speed 80. It's still medium risk at this time, with no pedestrians and low traffic. Victor, we are approaching the first roundabout as you enter St Austell. Stand by. Subject vehicle has crashed. He has now regained it, gone back onto the carriageway. Victor, looking for immediate tactical contact to bring this to a conclusion. Take him. Right, we're going to slide.
After being arrested and taken back to the police station, Rosa apologised to the officers during his interview and said, quote, "I think the manner of my driving is appalling," unquote, as well as adding that there was, quote, "no excuse," unquote, for the way he drove. Well, it turned out that the courts agreed, because they sent him to prison for 13 months, as well as banning him from driving for 3 years after he admitted to dangerous driving without insurance and failing to provide a specimen for analysis. In this clip, 3 males tried to make off from Greater Manchester Police's traffic unit, but unfortunately their chariots lets them down and 2 of them get caught. Nobody was injured in this incident. The stolen moped was spotted by officers who were on patrol in Loughton, with 3 riders on board when it failed to stop for the police. Here is what happened next. Two of the riders were arrested at the scene by officers as their friend left them and ran off into the night. Needless to say that the moped was seized by the officers and efforts are being made to try and return it to its legal owner. In this clip, a driver runs through red lights and drives on the wrong side of the road in an attempt to try and get away from the police. Thankfully, there were no collisions during this pursuit and no police officers or members of the public were injured. Yet again, this clip highlights why you should never run from the police. In the early hours of a quiet August morning, Northamptonshire's roads policing officers spotted something amiss. A black VW Golf cruising along St Peter's Way without valid insurance. Intent to investigate, they signalled for the car to stop. Instead, the driver failed to stop for the officers, driving at speeds of up to 60 miles per hour in residential areas. Ignoring the glaring red lights and the rules of the road, they swerved into oncoming lanes, leaving safety and caution trailing in the rearview mirror. Unfortunately, there is no audio with this clip, but what happens next shows you some of the challenges which are faced by advanced police pursuit drivers as they try to bring fleeing suspects into custody. After striking a curb and damaging a wheel, the driver eventually had to pull over on the A4500 Weedon Road and was revealed to be 25-year-old London man Mark Daniels. He was arrested and subsequently charged with driving dangerously and driving without insurance. Appearing before Northampton Magistrates Court on the 7th of September, he admitted the two offences. A third charge of failing to stop for the police was withdrawn at the court hearing. When Daniels appeared before Northampton Crown Court for sentencing, he was sentenced to 8 months in prison, but the custodial sentence was suspended for 12 months. He was also ordered to complete a rehabilitation activity and 100 hours of unpaid work, as well as being disqualified from driving for 12 months. He will then have to pass an extended retest before being able to legally drive again. But what do you think of the sentence? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd like to say a massive thank you to our channel members for helping to support our team of former emergency services personnel by becoming a member of our YouTube channel. Think of YouTube's channel membership as their version of Patreon, and if you'd like to find out more, click on the link that we're pinned in the comments below. We've got plenty of other videos, many of which you probably haven't seen yet, so feel free to check them out. If you haven't already, don't forget to give this video a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos from the front line of the emergency services.